Hello everyone, this is Angie at Chicken Scratch. Thanks so much for joining me. Tonight we're making this adorable Frankenstein Monster Treat Box using the brand new Oh My Fright stamp set, the Spooktacular Designer Series Paper, and the Adhesive-Backed Bats, Ghost and Dots. These products are going to be available tomorrow with the July online exclusives, and I'll be showing you how to make the Frankenstein box tonight. But I'll also show you the other three designs, a Dracula, a skull, and a pumpkin. The fun part is that you create all four using the same designer series paper. As always, you'll find the free printable on my blog with the measurements, supply list, box template, and all the details you'll need to make your own. If you're watching this live, let me know where you're joining us from. And I know you're wondering, it's June and I'm sharing Halloween, right? Well, the product is going to be available tomorrow. It's while supplies last. So I'm sharing it today, right? Okay, I see thumbs up. We have Amy and Joan and Bonnie. And can you guys hear me okay? You see a Frankie, yes. Let me move my keyboard. Okay, there's Sue and Elizabeth. Hello, everyone. So while we're waiting for everyone to get here, I'm going to go ahead and post the link for the live chick candy and show that to you. Let's see. There it is. You know what? Let me do one thing. Let me remove all the words before the link. Sometimes people have a hard time with that. Right? Okay, did that work? Yeah. Okay. Now let me go over to YouTube and well, how come I'm not seeing the volume? That's weird. Okay, I'm gonna go pin that really quick to the top. I'm on a computer that I don't normally go live on. Hi Pam, I'm glad you found me too. Okay, here we go, pin the message. Okay, so if you're looking for the link to enter to win the live prizes for tonight, I just pinned it at the very top of the chat box on YouTube. If you're on Facebook, I gave you guys that link just a little bit ago, about 20 minutes ago. Yeah, okay, so let me show you the prizes. Let me get this out of the way. I forgot to number or letter these. Okay, so let me explain something really quickly. As you can see, I'm at the lake, right? Different setting behind me. There's fabric back there. The reason I'm in the left corner here, the left bottom corner, is because I had my camera set up in the kitchen so that I wouldn't forget it. I forgot it. So my stand to hold my phone is right here. So let me show you. Here's my Archon stand, but that looks really awful. So I'm like, how can I cover that up? And I'm like, oh, I know. I can just put me in the corner instead of that ugly stand, right? Okay, so that's the explanation of why I'm not up in the upper left or right corner. I'm at the very bottom because I'm covering up the stand. I'm going to try to not shake the desk a lot, but you never know, right? Okay, option A for the prizes tonight is going to be the Chick-a-majig. Option B is going to be either the flags basket or the little campers basket. These are teeny tiny, but they're so cute. Everybody that sees them in person loves them. In fact, I just made my great nephews one that I made each one of them one with fishing lures on them, and they were so excited. It was so cute that they loved them so much. Okay, so A is the Chick-a-majig, B is either or, C is going to be the chick stand, D is going to, nope, D is going to be the dots, the party dot. No, not the party, the rainbow dots. Okay, so that's D. I'll put a letter on there in just a minute. E is going to be the ribbon. This is Fresh Freesia ribbon. It's current. And F is going to be the blender pen. Just one single blender pen. And I've included this zipper bag. So just one brand new blender pen. And where's my post-it notes? Here they are. Ink pen. Don't know. My sewing desk is a lot smaller than, oh, here's a pencil. I'll use that. It's a lot smaller than my regular desk at home. So what did I say this was? F, right? So F is the blender pan. I'm just going to put blender. Okay, so put that back in there. E, that's already got that. C is the chick stand. B is the baskets. So those of you that won last week, I was not able to mail them before we left. So I'll be mailing a whole bunch of stuff when I do get home, which I won't say that out loud yet because, you know, you never know who's watching. Criminals, I mean. D is going to be, we're just going to say dots. Okay. So that is the live prizes. You have to be present to win. Hi, Jamie. Hi, Joan. Joanne. Linda, Tammy, Kathy, Connie. It's so blazing hot here. In fact, the air is not turning off at all. Like none. It's scary, right? Who knows what the electric bill is going to be. Okay. So tomorrow is July 1st, and the new online exclusives are going to be available. And I know you guys are, I'm showing Halloween in June. It's just the first day of summer, was just like a week and a half ago, right? Is the volume low? Ugh. Is the volume low for you guys? I don't know that I can turn the volume up, can I? Try that. Is that better? Is my volume better? Let me scooch a little bit closer to the screen. Whoa, my face is awful close. Is the volume better? And maybe it's because I'm talking later. Okay, so back to the online exclusives. Available tomorrow, as you guys know, while supplies last for a lot of this stuff. Some things will come back, a lot of things do not. Like the product of the month, yes, the volume is low. Is it any higher now that I bumped it up? Like I hit a couple buttons. Well, wait, hold on. Let me see if there's something it's still low. Let's see. Yeah, it says it's 100% on my, okay, let me see. Can I do anything? Okay. Let me see if I can practice talking really loud. My husband's going to come in here and say, what in the world? Okay, how about now? Is that better? Am I talking louder? I wonder, no, I can't really. It says I'm at 100%. It really won't let me go any higher. But I'll start talking louder. How about that? Now there's an echo? Of course. Let me click on echo cancellation and see. What about now? Now I'm echoing. Oh my gosh. Seriously, clear? Holy smokes. When did the echo start? Yeah, I don't know, guys. What about now? Turn it back down. Okay, I turned it back down. Maybe, yeah. What about, how's the echo now? It's still an echo? Uh-oh. Okay. I'm going to hold for like 1 minute, and I'm going to see if it's better. Because I just hit Okay, I turned it back. Hey, Robin, how are you doing? Oh my gosh, I haven't seen you in forever. Yes, how are you? Okay. Is it still echoing now? It's better now? I turned it back down. Because there's a lag, I don't want to do 5,000 things at one time because then I don't know. So when I touch the volume, so is it still echoing? It's better now? Oh, great. Okay. Still an echo, but the volume is better. I'll hit the volume down again. There's still an echo. Jeez, you're living in North Carolina? Wow, you've got way better weather there, right? I'm a little bit jealous. There's still an echo, but not bad. Part of the problem might be my room. I don't have anything on the walls in here. I'm afraid if I turn the volume all the way down, then y'all won't be able to hear me at all. Still an echo. Yeah. Okay, so I sounded fine in the beginning, now not as good. So what did I do? Do I have two devices going? I do not. No. Let's see. Let me close some windows. I'm closing a bunch of things just to be on the safe side. Okay. Any better now? It is 5:12, and you know what's crazy is that I have. You know what? Hold on. Wait. I think I figured out the problem. Hold on. Okay, what about now? How does it sound now? So it is 5:13. I think the problem is that my iPhone and my Mac is, whoa. I think my iPhone and my Mac was recording sound because when you guys said that there was an echo, there's no more echoes. Thank you. Sorry, guys. I don't normally use this computer for my live. This is my kitchen computer at home, and I normally use my office computer, right? So I brought our kitchen computer because, well, it was easier, right? It's in the kitchen. I can take it right out the door. Sorry about that. Man, that had to be annoying. For 13 minutes, you guys have listened to me echo. So sorry. I'll know that next time, right? So where was I? The new product. So I'm doing Halloween. It's November. It's June, fixing to be July. And I have to use the products when they become available, right? So that's why we're making Halloween. I know somebody tomorrow is going to say, Halloween in July? I know. But it's new product. So, and y'all know I love Halloween. So the product that I'm using, this is called the Spooktacular Designer Series Paper. They come in 6x6 sheets. They're double-sided. Let me show you the rest of them. Let's see. I tried to be as organized as I could be, before today. Y'all know I don't have any Stampin' Up! Supplies or product here in my sewing room at the lake. And so I thought I was so organized. And then today I was like, where's my camera holder? Okay, so here is this one. And there's that one. And then there's the Dracula. And here's the Frankie. So the box measures 3 inches by 1 inch by 5 inches. So it's a nice size box, right? I love it. I don't know what fits in there because I'm not at home. I don't have all my candy or all my loot. But 5 by 1 by 3 or 3 by 1 by 5. Yeah, most people do Christmas. A lot of people do Christmas in July, right? Thank you for saying that. You're right. Yes. We're going to pretend that it's like Halloween in July. So the greeting comes from, oh my gosh, this is just, y'all know I love Halloween so much. And I still, you know, I'm a Christian. I'm always making excuses of why I like Halloween because some don't really like it. But anywho, I love Halloween. And this stamp set is so cute. Look at this cat. I would have liked to have used the cat today, but I'm not stamping. I'm going to be like talking more than anything because I'm kind of sort of on vacation. Summerween. I love it, Shannon. That's a great term. Summerween. Thank you. So this cat is hilarious. So cute. This one is too funny. The ghost, the bat, the boo to you, happy Halloween, trick or treat. So we're using trick or treat. And it does have dies. So, anywho, that's what we're using. Like I said, Spooktacular paper, that stamp set. We're actually not using the dies because we're just using the greeting. And we're only making the Frankie tonight because they're all made exactly the same way. This is Old Olive. This is Very Vanilla, Pumpkin Pie, and Basic Black. And you can decorate the sides with the remaining pieces of paper, but I'm kind of in a hurry today. So, although now we've changed our plans, we're actually not going out to eat. At first, we were going to go to Watson's on the Water and have catfish, and it's so blasted hot that now we're just going to have leftovers. We made barbecue a few days ago, so we're just going to have that. Okay, I'm going to move all of these out of the camera. I know. Look at that scratch. That is gnarly. I got that looking for my camera equipment. I'll keep this one where, right there. Does that fit? Yeah, I'll move the stamp set out of the way. I have such such little real estate right here to stamp. Okay, this is box template 188. So I already have that ready. In fact, it's already Wait, did I put it in the YouTube description? I don't know. Maybe I did, maybe I didn't. So step number 1 would be you'd stamp your greeting and cut it out. And wouldn't you know, all of a sudden I've forgotten the die I used. Wait, Carol says she's never had catfish? Holy smokes. If you go to the right restaurant, it is unbelievable. Oh my gosh. Wow. Yeah, it is so yummy. So yummy. The dies that I used will be in the free PDF that you guys are going to get tomorrow. We're going to cut this paper down. I have my trimmer. And we're going to cut, so on the left side, we're going to cut at 1.5 inches. Then we're going to flip them over and cut at 1.5 inches on this side. Okay? So 1.5. And 1.5. Oh, I just heard the air turn off. I'm sure it'll kick back on in like 1 minute. See what I mean about you can use these pieces to decorate the side of the box if you want to. See what I mean? It would you just have to be creative about lining that up. It doesn't have to, but you could. See what I mean about not having time? Now, we want to cut a 1/2 inch off the top and a 1/2 inch off the bottom to make it fit on this box. You can make your box bigger if you want, and then you wouldn't have to trim any down. Is that right? 1/2 inch? No, that was 3/4. I almost messed up. That would have been awful. Let me make sure I cut this the right size. I did. Okay. Isn't he funny? Now, while we've got the trimmer, we're going to take our old olive cardstock. Like I said, this measures, I didn't tell y'all, did I? And I have to pull it up. Oh, actually, I have it right here beside me. So this measures 8.5 by 7.5. So on the, I got to open up the arm. Can y'all see? On the 8.5 inch side, we're going to score at 3 inches. Four inches. 7 inches. And 8 inches. I forgot my scoring blade, and our bone folder don't really fit in there all that well unless you really squeeze it. So I'm using my clover tool. Okay, on the 7.5 inch side, I'm going to score at 1 inch. You should have seen me looking around trying to find something to do that. Okay, 1 inch, 6 inches, and 7 inches. Okay, well, I'll tell you in a minute. I have something to tell you about Brookie. Of course, now y'all are going to be like, what? Tell me now, right? Okay, I don't need the clover tool anymore. I can go back to the bone folder. We're going to fold on all the score lines and burnish with our bone folder. So, Brookie, my daughter, she moved into her new apartment. So not last Thursday, but the Thursday before. Okay? At exactly 1 week and a day after she moved into her apartment, she slid on her floor and broke her foot. Can you believe it? Do you want to see the break? I can't believe it. Look at this. This right here, can you see right by her little teeny tiny toe, her above, well, that's not her teeny tiny toe, her toes, you know, at the top. But you can see that break in the middle, right? God bless her. And I'm not home. So, ooh, barbecue chicken potatoes. That sounds real good. So my poor daughter is home. No way to do anything. And of course, I'm out of town. When it rains, it pours. I swear. I cannot believe it. Okay, here we go. I'm going to stop talking about Brookie for the moment, and I'm going to cut this out. He's so cute. Okay, step number 1. Make sure your 1/2 inch. I'm making sure my template over here is like kind of sort of right in front of me so I don't mess up. So I'm going to remove this piece right here. That's trash. And then I'm going to move to the left, and I'm just going to cut up to the score line on each of these lines. So every single one of them. And then I'm going to fold this up, fold that up, and I'm going to just slightly angle cut. Oh, did I put that on the PDF? I'm thinking all of a sudden now, did I do that with the Did I do that on the PDF? I can't remember. Don't you hate when you forget stuff? Okay, so that's the bottom of our box. Now I'm going to switch to the top of the box. So same thing, we're going to cut down to that second score line this time because there's 2 there. And we're going to do this on all 4 of those score lines. And before we go any further, this piece here, the one that doesn't have the side, that's the one that we don't want to cut. So that would be this side. So I'm going to go ahead and round this section. So that reminds me, don't cut it, right? Wait, I got to turn this upside down. Okay, that's done. Now we got to finish the cutting. I just did that because it's easier to get that out of the way. So starting over here on the right side, you're going to remove this part, fold this down for the moment, fold that down for the moment, and completely remove this too. Ooh, I went a little crooked. There we go. Okay. Just ignore my crooked cutting. Okay, for this one, you're going to cut on that score line, and then you're going to slightly angle cut. And then for this one, I'm going to do the same thing. And now we are done cutting our box out. That's going to drive me crazy. I really don't think I can fix it though. Not really. Not without making it worse. Okay. This is our box. That's my template. Yes, Deborah, I'd be happy to share the link for the corner rounder. Okay, so did Deborah just say there's a bad echo again? I thought the echo stopped. Didn't the echo stop? I thought the echo stopped. Okay, so now, adhesive. It's around here somewhere. Here we go. I'm using tear and tape on this part. And I forgot my take your pick tool, so I'm using my stiletto. It has a seam ripper on one end and a pokey tool on the other end. They call it a stiletto in the sewing world, right? Anywho. What was that noise? Huh. That's strange. There's all kinds of crazy noises down here. Okay, so y'all said no echoing. Huh. Okay, that part's done. Now this bottom, so this is the front of our box. So I'm going to put adhesive on the front bottom. Okay, so I'm just going to fold that up. And I'm just going to use my Stampin' Seal Plus. Whoops. Ooh, I bent that. And then we're just going to close it up just like that. And there is our box. And it stands. Now, one of the options that you have is you could take a circle punch and you could notch out the front to show people, you know, like if you were given this, you'd show them where it opens up. Because if you handed this to someone, they might look at it and say, where do I open it? They'd eventually see it's right there. You could use a circle punch and notch it out. You know, a half circle right here at the top. I kind of chose not to because I didn't want to see, I didn't want to have that. But you could. Is it quieter at the lake? Oh yeah, especially today. But guess what? Starting tomorrow, it's going to be a zoo. All the crazy people are coming, right? Yeah, it's going to get rowdy and loud and a lot of fireworks. Our nephew and his wife and 3 kids were here, and their kids were 6, 3, and 18 months. Can you imagine 6, 3, and 18 months? Actually, they were such lovely kids. They were really awesome. Of course, they were rowdy, but you know, for that age, that's exactly what you expect. But they just were such kind kids and very loving, and they liked both David and I. It was awesome. We had a really good visit with them. Whoops. Okay, let's let that dry. And we're going to add the greeting with dimensionals. Yeah, lots and lots of fireworks. In fact, Sawyer and Stetson did fireworks 2 nights in a row. In fact, their dad had to go get more fireworks because they ran out. Okay, now I think my stomach just growled, didn't it? Y'all probably heard it, or maybe not, since the volume's not as high as it normally is. I didn't eat much today. Okay, so these are the new embellishments that are also going to be available tomorrow. I'm going to tell you right now, these guys are going to sell out. I just know it. How can they not? Look how cute they are. So we've got bats, ghost, and dots. So I'm going to try to order a few more packs and offer them as giveaways, because it's kind of an affordable giveaway, right? But so cute. Okay, that's it. I mean, I could have put some ribbon on here, or nope, it doesn't need anything else, right? So I'm done. 32 minutes, except we've got live prizes and I've got reminders to give you. So if you're in a hurry, you can leave now because the boxes are all done. But I hope you stick around for the live prizes. And I've got to share the new pick of the week. So cute, right? And they do stand. So, in fact, you know, the pictures that I took today, when you see the pictures on the PDF tomorrow, you'll notice that I took the pictures on our back deck back here. Yeah. Any questions before we do the other stuff? Yeah. So I'll look back for the questions in just a second. For tomorrow, like I said, there's going to be new online exclusives. There's also going to be a new product of the month, and you can purchase it for $5 with a minimum $75 order. And I'm going to show you that image now. And it is the Begonia Bell stamp set. We were laughing about this last week, that yes, it is flowers. So, but if you love flowers, there you go. Pick of the week last week. Is this last week's? Yes. So here's last week's pick of the week. And our winner is, where'd her name go? There it is. Let me move it up here. Carmela, congrats. I sent you an email this morning, so if you're watching this video, check your inbox. We had 90, where's my notes? We had 91 entries. So, I can't remember what her number was. Hold on, let me pick up my water bottle. It fell over. Yeah, 91 entries. Okay, so now this week's pick of the week is this right here. So I'm just going to slide this image over a little bit, and I'm going to show you that product right in person. Sometimes I feel like the images, I'm running out of space to put stuff. Hopefully I won't be looking for my trimmer tomorrow. I stuffed it up there. Okay. Move those up. That looks cute, doesn't it? Oh wait, Mr. Upside. Oh, y'all can't see the upside down one because of the image. So the little camper basket, blushing, no, barely blush ribbon. This is new, current. The in color dots. Those are new and unavailable at the moment. The Woolly Friends stamp set, brand new stamp set, and Stampin' Dimensionals. All you have to do to enter to win this is fill out that form on my website. When I drew her name today, I cleared the form, and so it's ready for everyone to start entering. You have from now until next Tuesday morning to enter to win, and I use a random number generator on Google to draw the winner. I put in how many entries there are, and it spins and it gives me the number. So here is the QR code, and I also will have the link for that form on my blog tomorrow. Okay. There also is a new joining thing. Maybe we'll talk about it at the very end because it's a little bit lengthy. Yeah, so if you're thinking about joining my team, there's a new welcome box. The way you sign up has kind of changed. It's been the same ever since I joined in 2002, but it's officially changing. So everything changes eventually, right? Yeah. So we'll talk about that in a little bit. So the live prizes are next, which I've got right here. I'm looking for them. And then we'll chat for a couple minutes. But I wanted to see if there was any questions before we do the live drawing. So I'm going to scroll back really quick. Let's see. Will I be making the witchy hats again? Shannon, do you mean the quilted witches hats? That was so amazing, wasn't it? I wish I had come home and done a video on that thing because, man, I don't even remember how to make it. But I do know that I went to a class and they gave us the template and they showed us how to make it there at the class. I wish I'd done a video. If that's what you're talking about, I wish I could. Maybe I could Google it, right? Okay. I don't think I see any questions. If I missed any of your questions, send me an email, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go pull all the entries. So option A is the chickamajig. B is one of the little tiny baskets. C is the chick stand. D is the dots. E is the ribbon. And F is the blender. Does that all fit? I think it does. Okay. Oh no. Oh geez. Sorry. Did I lose y'all? Holy smokes. I set the basket on top of the I set the basket on top of my keyboard. Hopefully it didn't do anything. Okay, all I hear is low, then it went to echoing. I don't really know what to say about the echo. I don't think it's echoing anymore. I just wonder if some of you guys are watching the first part of the video. I don't know. Okay, I'm going to pull the entries, and I'm going to let you guys know how many entries we have for the live prizes. You got about 10 seconds to enter to win. Okay, we have, wow, the count has dropped. We have 134 entries, and it has officially closed. So let me download those. Okay, download. And I need my keyboard. Today's date is 6/30. Okay. Now I'm going to open up Wheel of Names, and I'm going to share my screen. I'm going to paste these names in there. So copy. Hey, where did my Wheel of Names go? I had it open. Oh, here it is. Okay, so now all I've got to do is share my screen. Screen share. Okay, I think y'all can see my screen. I hope you can see my screen. Here we go. Oh, there's no sound. Congrats, Heather. Okay, Heather, you are the first winner. Which item would you like? And guess what I forgot at home? I forgot my timer. So it is 5:42. Excuse me. 3, 4. So you've got until 5:45 to let us know. Let me know which item you would like. Okay, so I'm going to stop the screen share. Okay, so Heather Schlegel, you are the winner. Which item would you like? I'm going to move this guy over here and this guy over here. So we're just looking for which item. Trying to get more room. So we've got A is the chickamajig. You can just say the letter if you want. So A, B, C, D, E, and F. Chickamajig, basket, chick stand, dots, ribbon, or blender. Hey, Becky. Yes, we're at the lake. And it's hot. Okay, so the comments have kind of slowed down all of a sudden, so it's probably lagging, right? B. So B is the basket. Okay, so which basket do you want? Do you want the flags or the campers? So we're going to put basket. So which basket would you like? Okay, I'm going to set these aside, and we're going to draw the next winner. Now, if she chooses this one, then I can give this away. Can I? Hold on. Where's my other bat? Yeah, I have an extra one of these. But if she chooses this one, wait, what am I saying? I don't even look at me. Don't listen to me. Just ignore me for the moment. I'm going to go pull the other name. Screen share, right? Yeah, screen share. Here we go. I'm going to remove her name and draw again. Congrats, Sherry. You are the second winner. Let me stop sharing my screen. Where is it? There we go. You're very welcome. I don't think I saw which one. You said, wait, which one did you say? Did you say you wanted the flag one? The flags. You got it. Okay. Wait, where's your name? So I'm waiting to hear from Sherry which items she would like. Heather's name is on the flags. Technically, I have an extra one of the camper ones, so I can still offer everything. So we are waiting to hear from Sherry. You are the second winner. We have A, B, C, D, E, and F still. The only thing I've sewn since I've been here is the two little teeny tiny trinket baskets. I made one for Sawyer and one for Stetson, and they were fishing lures. That's it. Hopefully, I don't know. Hopefully I'll be able to sew a couple baskets before I go home. We had company, let's see, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. So they left this morning, and then Chase and his family are coming tomorrow evening. The chat box has completely stalled on my end. So I think it's just really slow. Oh, there you are. Okay, you want the camper basket? You got it. Okay, so we've got one more name we're going to draw. And let me go back to that form. And I got to do the screen share real quick. Let's see. Screen share. Google. Here we go. Patricia! Congrats. Okay, so which item would you like? Let's see, let me stop sharing my screen. Your options are A, Chick-a-majig, C, chick stand, D, the dots, E, the ribbon, or F, the blender. How's the lighting been in here today on my desk? Has it been okay? I got one like lamp right here, and then the rest is just the sun coming in over there. Okay, I'm just looking for Patricia's. Oh, I forgot to write the time, didn't I? I'll do 5:48. Hopefully she's still here. Is anybody going to order Halloween stuff tomorrow? Thank you. Okay, the lighting's good. That's awesome. Still waiting to hear. Oh, and I need everyone's address that won tonight. So I don't actually have my cute little image. Do I have it? I'm still waiting to hear from Patricia. Because if she's not here, we'll have to do it. We'll have to draw another name. Yes, I hope everybody has a happy 4th. I'm not leaving yet. I'm going to still be here because I want to talk about the join-in special too, like how it's changing. I'm still looking for her comment. She might be gone. Yes, Becky, you can call me tomorrow. Yep, absolutely. And we can catch up. So Stephanie says, do they fold up? They do. So let me show you. Sherry, I'm going to fold yours while we're waiting from Patricia. So here's what you do. You fold these up like this. And then, let's see. How am I folding them? I have one folded at home so that I can remember, because it's like, it's almost like origami, right? How'd I do it? Well, Stephanie, was that you that asked me? All of a sudden I'm forgetting. Maybe like that. I think I kind of folded it. Let's see. It's kind of like one of those things. Remember those little, you know, heck if I remember. I don't know, Stephanie. But yeah, it folds flat. I'm going to probably have to do a video to say, okay, when you receive your teeny tiny trinket basket, you open it up. You put your hand inside there, and then you fold this over those pockets, right? And it does get a little wrinkled. You can put it on the end of your ironing board and get those wrinkles back out. Or you can iron it from the inside, you know, like that. Put your little iron in there. Not that everybody has a little iron, but even if it's wrinkled, it's still cute. Okay, did we hear from Patricia? The measurements are 3 by 1 by 5. So 3, 1, 5 inches tall. Okay, did Patricia not answer? Let's see. I don't see it, so I think we're going to redraw because it's been more than 3 minutes. Sorry, Patricia. If you're watching this video later, you do have to be present to win, so I'm super sorry. Okay, I'm going to share my screen again, and we're going to draw the next winner. Here we go. Screen share. Okay. Congrats, Cindy. I think you won not too long ago. Whoops, 5:53. So you've got 3 minutes to claim your prize. And let me stop sharing the screen at the moment. Okay. Dolores says, do you remember the die you used to cut out the trick or treat? I want to say it's like one of them Christmas ones. I think it's like the stocking one. Any rectangle that you have, I think our textured notes dies has a rectangle, but I think this is the one. While we're waiting for Cindy, let me go look really quick because I can pull that up. Let's see. Let's see. Stampin' Up website, and let me type stocking. I can't type. It's not the stock. Wait, is it the stocking? Oh, it's the stocking one. So it's called the Stitch Stocking Dies. Yeah. But I think the Textured Notes dies, TEX, Textured Notes. That's not the right name either, is it? I'll look for the other rectangles and let you know. Sorry. Okay. Did Cindy get back with us? The Stitch Stocking Dies, yes. I cannot talk about that. I'm not supposed to talk about it. Yeah. Let's see. Did we hear from Cindy? Yeah. Did we hear from Cindy? I don't think so, right? It's been 2 minutes. We got 1 more minute. Cindy, are you here? And I know that the chat box moves. It's moving kind of slow. Let's see. Nope, still no Cindy. Another half a minute. Okay, it's been 3 minutes. Okay. Sorry. Here we go again. Maybe third time's a charm, right? Sometimes, so I know that I know that I don't see her on YouTube right now because the YouTube comments are a little bit quicker to come across. The Facebook comments are just a tad slower to come across. But like Dolores's comment came across like a minute ago, so I know it's working. Yeah, so I'm gonna go draw a third name. So give me just a second to get back over there. So let's see, I'm going to Google and removing, going back to Ecamm. I'm going to share my screen. There we go. Now we'll draw the next winner. Now, Debbie in Kansas, I think you have a different screen name on Facebook. I can't remember. So I'm not Facebook, on Facebook. So you're going to have to remind me what your screen name is. Yeah. So, okay, I got to stop sharing my screen. There we go. So Debbie in Kansas, the winners, the two that were not here were Patricia and Cindy. Yeah, Patricia and Cindy. So Debbie in Kansas, because I think you've won recently. Remind me what your screen name is on YouTube, or are you on Facebook? I told the guys this weekend, I said, my memory is awful. It's like stuff goes in and just goes right back out. It comes in the left. Oh, there you are. You want the dots. You got it. You don't have Facebook. I don't know why I was thinking you had a different name. Okay, so the dots are Debbie's. D for D. Okay, guys, that's the end of the prizes. The remaining 4 will just go back into the pot for next week. Was there any questions about the product, the box? Really quickly, I'm going to share my screen and I'm going to show you guys like the new information about joining. So those of you that are interested, and even if you're a demonstrator, some of you are hobby demonstrators and you may not be familiar with the changes. So I'm going to share my screen and then I'm going to pull up my blog. And I typed everything out today so that it's in writing, right? So everybody will know where it's at. Let me scroll down. So here is the welcome box. If you are currently a demonstrator, we can purchase this box, I believe, starting July 15th. It's going to be a one-time thing and then it will not be available again. So starting tomorrow, if you join my team, you're going to get this surprise welcome box. And so step number 1 is you're going to choose me as your leader. You're going to accept the agreements. You're going to enter in a few personal details, and you're going to pay $100 and press submit. And then what's included for your $100 is you're going to get a coupon code that is valid for $125. That means you get to choose anything you want for $125. You also get a pack of catalogs. And then you're going to get that coupon code. You're going to be able to apply it to your demonstrator order. So you're going to be able to shop immediately. Once Stampin' Up! Receives your information, they'll ship your welcome box, and then you'll get your coupon code to shop. Does that make sense? Hopefully it makes sense. Yeah. And you know what? I'm wondering, is my big head blocking the screen? Because I didn't think about that. Is it? Did it block the screen? It probably did. I'll show you how to get there again. So if you go to the home page of my website, or better yet, you can just click on blog, and it'll take you to the most recent one. And then if you scroll down, here's the welcome box, and there's all the information. Okay. And of course, if you have any questions, you can let me know. And today's the last day for Chick Candy 198. I will not be announcing 199 until I'm home and I can think about it. And I have not added all the new names to the spreadsheet for 198. So it's going to take me about a week to draw the winner also. But yeah, so tonight's the last night for that. Okay, now I got to stop sharing my screen. Okay, are y'all still there? I didn't lose you, did I? Holy smokes, what'd I do? Clicked on the wrong button. Okay, there y'all are. Is the welcome box for the month of July only, or is that the normal? That's the normal procedure now. It's just current demonstrators. So going forward, only new demonstrators, people that have never been a demonstrator before, can get the welcome box. If you were a demonstrator last year or the year before, it doesn't apply. You cannot get it. It's only for brand new demonstrators that's never been a demonstrator before. So those of us that have been a demonstrator or that are currently a demonstrator, we can purchase that welcome box. I believe it's July 15th. And there'll be like a small window of opportunity for us to purchase it. I've got my timer set. I put it on my calendar and said, order the welcome box, because I want to be able to show you guys what's in the welcome box so that everyone will know, right? Can someone post the names of the winner? The names of the winner were, I have them right here. So winner number 1 was number 2 was Sherry, Heather, and Debbie. So here's our winners. Yeah, here's our 3 winners. So 2 little trinket baskets and these dots were our winners. Uh-oh. Okay, Heather wanted the flags. I was like, ruh-roh, I got these mixed up, but I remember now. Any other questions? Where on your blog is the weekly prize giveaway? Let me give you that link because it's called the Pick of the Week, and I post it on every time I do a blog post. That link for the Pick of the Week is always there. So I'm going to type this, or not type it, I'm going to copy it into the chat box now. But you can always find it on my website. Okay, so Pick of the, uh-oh. What do I keep hitting? Just ignore my typing. How about that? Okay, so Pick of the Week. Capital E there in the and a capital E in week. Sorry about that. Okay, so I shared the winners' names again. I answered Tracy. So you get the coupon at the time you pay. Yes. And that's so much easier because now you can order more than the 125. I can't tell you how many times people have said, can I just get more in my starter kit? And the answer has always been no. You cannot get more. You paid $125. You could get, or no, you paid $99. You could get up to $125. You could never go over. You could go under, because people are like, well, can't I just pay the extra? No, that's not how it worked. Now you can order more. That's really awesome. And you can apply the coupon to your starter kit. I think it's great. Yeah. I haven't seen any negative reasons for the change. I haven't thought of any negative reasons, right? I'm sure somebody will tell me one, but eventually. But right now, I haven't thought of a negative, anything negative about the new thing. What was the size of the finished box? It is 3 inches by 1 inch by 5 inches. So 3 by 1 by 5. Do you set the entry form so it won't allow you to enter more than once? Because sometimes I forget whether or not I've entered. No, there is no restriction, because when I put that restriction, that means if you entered last week, you can't enter the next week for the next drawing. So no. What happens is if you were to enter to win 5 times, let's say you forgot 4 times that you've entered to win, I delete those, because technically you get 1 opportunity per week. So if you were to say, oh, I can't remember, because I have had a couple people that literally they've entered to win like 4 times. Sometimes that's because their computers or their tablets or whatever gets all wonky, and it kind of spins and it stalls and they re-enter again. I just delete those. So don't worry about it. Yeah. If a former demonstrator joins before the launch date, can they purchase the kit? Yes. I like the new change. The welcome box sounds nice. I agree. I think so too. If it were me, I would only order to the 125 when you place your next. I think that they said on the Q&A, I know it counts towards your, minimum when you go over, but I can't remember about the discount. I kind of think you get the discount, don't you, Kathy? I have to go read all the small fine print, but there is a whole page that's dedicated to all the details. I just need to go read all of that. Yeah, there was a whole page. Let's see. Good questions. Yeah. You're welcome. Okay. I think we're all done, right? It's 6:08, and I am happy that I was able to successfully make a project here at the lake. Yeah. So I will be, of course, back home before my next live video. So I'll see you guys live again next Tuesday. So Peggy says, I assume the new products will go live at midnight. Yep. The new products, the new online exclusives will go live at midnight. I won't be able to post the link to all that information until tomorrow. So I'll be making the PDF and everything. So like I didn't have the item numbers for these tonight, or for the bats or for the stamp set. But all of that'll launch at midnight Mountain Time. So that would be 1 a.m. Central Time, 2 a.m. Eastern. Michelle says, happy 250th, 4th of July. Yeah, that's pretty awesome, right? That's why I was making these. And for everyone that's chosen like the July the 4th or the flags, y'all are all going to get them after the 4th. But, I mean, the celebration is really the whole year, right? And it's decor that you can use next year. I'm going to keep making them because I think they're so pretty. And I bulk bought the fabric because I love it. Yeah. Okay, let's see. What lipstick am I wearing? It is a lipstick that you can no longer get. I had to find a whole bunch of it on eBay about a year ago. it's one of those that stays on all day, and it's one that stays on all day, but they don't make the color anymore. If you want to email me, I can look at the container and let you know. But I had to buy like every single tube that this lady had because the company's not making it anymore. I don't know why. They still, can you put the chick candy link? The pick candy, Robin, or the regular chick candy? Let me get the link. Let's see. The regular chick candy is right here. So this is chick candy. Where's the comments? So this one is chick candy 198. I think this is the one you want. Thanks, Linda. The thing I read is you get the discount and it counts to what you need to sell. That's what I thought, Mary, is that you get your discount and it counts towards your minimum, your quarterly minimum. That's what I thought I read, but I wasn't 100% sure. Yeah. There's the link for the regular chick candy. Awesome. I wish Stampin' Up! Sold Americana DSP this year. I know, I agree. I just realized you had 2 different chick candy drawings for 1 week and one for the month. Is that the same entry form for both? Nope. There are, so on my website about 3 weeks ago, yes, you can join tomorrow. Absolutely. On my website, I made an explanation. And if you want to email me, I can give you that link. So there's regular chick candy, which is $198. And that is on my website. And I always show you, there's a pretty graphic. Well, let's see. Where is the graphic? Let me share my screen and I'll show you. Okay. So right here, this is chick candy 198, and you'll see, wait, hold on. Let me go here. This is where I'm supposed to be moving my mouse. What's back there? Hold on. Let me close some windows. I don't know what's in the background back there. So this is the regular chick candy. And then, like if you go to last week's, oh, it's a serious lag. Okay, so right here, you'll see last week's chick candy pick of the week. So tomorrow you'll see this. So this was the pick of the week for last week. And you click here, and that takes you to that page where you can enter to win. So there's live chick candy pick of the week, and then there's the monthly chick candy. All of them have different forms. So if you can't find the form, let me know and I can give you the links to them. But tomorrow I'll give you the link to the pick of the week. The 198 won't be there because tonight's the last night. Does that make sense? I'll put the wording up for $199 because for every $25 you order, you get another entry. I just won't have that cute graphic because I'm not home. Okay, let's see. Let me go back to the questions. I would love for you to join my team. I have lots of team members that were here tonight. I saw Stephanie, I saw Sarah. They'll all tell you I'm a no pressure kind of upline. I don't pressure you to do anything you don't want to do. Stephanie does our team swaps. Kathy does our mystery stamping events. And then I'm slowly but surely getting back into doing our team calls. I sent out our top performers gifts last month, so I'm slowly getting back to doing all the regular things before my surgery. But even if you just want to join as a hobby demonstrator just to get the discount, you are more than welcome. We'd love to have you. Okay, I think Thank you guys. Okay, I'm going to sign off. Have a great week. Have a very safe 4th of July, right? You always have to say safe because it gets a little crazy, especially if you're anywhere near water. Yes, team swaps. Stephanie does our team card swaps. In fact, there's a new one. Well, every time they include me. I don't participate, but most of the girls send me the cards and then I share them with you guys. So next week I'll show all the cards that I've received for the last 3 weeks. I've received some really good ones. Okay, have a good night, a great week. I'll see you next Tuesday. Thank you guys so much for being here. Bye now.